The absolute entities that had created numerous universes since ancient times were known as supreme beings. The supreme beings would repeatedly create universes while pursuing eternal life and living it. In that process, numerous substances, souls, and laws were birthed. In this endless cycle, the supreme beings that felt a persistent sense of boredom thought of a way to entertain themselves. That was, to watch their creations go to war with each other. To the supreme beings, the destruction caused by their creations seemed interesting, although that meant that numerous creations had to fight in endless wars, die and reborn repeatedly. That was a necessary event to appease the boredom of them. A supreme being was killed by his own creation. The supreme beings from other dimensions found about that. The fact is, he got killed by his own creation. The supreme beings did not care about that. They all have the same thought. The first to claim an ownerless power become its master.
When Suho reveals he's been accepted to the Korea National University of Arts, his classmates are stunned. Some question his talent, Sung Chul. Suho greets him with annoyance. Meanwhile, Lee Yun-chul confronts another student, insisting he's not someone else, and blames him for ruining his plans to rule the school. Suho then Yun-chul he only made it this far thanks to him. Others watch in disbelief as Yun-chul acts out again, even targeting a boy who's already suffered so much. Suddenly, Lee Yun-chul charges at Suho, shouting in anger and throwing a punch. Suho reacts instantly, with a powerful counterattack that sends Yun-chul flying. The classroom gasps as energy crackles around Yun-chul's fist, his eyes burning with determination. But Suho stands firm, ready for anything. Sung Suho, a second-year university student, arrives on campus as an announcement relocates all classes to the annex. Officials warn that hunters are inside subjugating monsters, urging everyone to stay away. Suho watches as curious onlookers ask how long the hunters have been inside. Over 8 hours, but since it's only a D-rank gate, they're expected back soon. He reflects on how mysterious gates started appearing 3 years ago, changing society and threatening humanity with monsters until the awakened emerged, using mana to protect people. Woo Jinchul then established a hunter association, bringing order, but Suho feels the pain of missing his parents and struggles to get what he wants. He remembers his mother saying he resembled his father and wonders how his dad would handle things. Lost in thought, he's called back to reality by his name. Later, Suho is praised by his teacher for his focus while drawing. The teacher admires his creative ant, but Suho realizes his sketch is actually a strange, unsettling ant-human hybrid, puzzling him about its meaning. As the crowd anxiously watches the portal, the hunters emerge victorious, greeted by cheers and congratulations for completing the dungeon raid. Hunter Kim is praised by officials for his bravery, but suddenly, his leg glows with eerie blue light, something nobody expected. The situation takes a dark turn as Kim begins to spew blue flames, transforming into a monstrous figure right before everyone's eyes. Panic erupts as Kim attacks, causing chaos and injuries among the crowd. People scream and flee toward the portal, desperate to escape the rampaging creature that was once their ally. In the midst of the horror, Suho and others watch in shock, struggling to understand what is happening and what this terrifying new monster could be. Will anyone survive this nightmare? Chaos erupts as people's eyes begin to glow with an eerie blue light, and they turn on each other with violent force, leaving shocked onlookers horrified and confused. Observers behind a window notice the unnatural glow, fearing a dungeon break may have occurred. Some urge everyone to escape, while others insist on waiting for the hunters to restore order. Inside, a desperate group turns to Instructor Im for help, but he hesitates, explaining he's only E-rank and powerless against such chaos. Suddenly, a monstrous figure wreathed in blue flames crashes through the window, sending glass and debris flying as people scream and scramble for safety. Sung Suho wants to get hunters for help, but feels helpless as a non-awakened individual, realizing blaming his lack of power won't change anything. He wonders what his father would do in this situation. The monster attacks again, but a brave student grabs a fire extinguisher and strikes the creature, briefly halting its rampage. Amid the chaos, Suho braces himself, and in that moment, a strange digital alert appears before his eyes, informing him he's completed the secret quest, Courage of the Weak. Suho realizes his bravery has triggered something extraordinary. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more anime. In a game like Dream, the Suho suddenly feels a surge of strength. He equips powerful gloves that boost his attack, ready to face the monsters ahead. On each floor, the enemies grow fiercer, forcing him to level up by fighting relentlessly. He rejects all weapons, believing a man should rely only on his fists. As the challenges mount, he pushes himself to become stronger, overcoming every obstacle in his path. After a long struggle, he finally reaches the final floor and confronts an incredibly powerful boss. To his shock, the boss speaks, asking if he enjoyed the game. Confused, he realizes the final boss is his own father. Reflecting on his journey, he understands he's projected his father's strength and trustworthiness into his dreams. In a tense moment, he recalls his father's example, channeling that resolve to attack with fierce determination. He remembers that attacks without mana are ineffective against monsters, but driven by desperation and his father's spirit, he launches a powerful blow. The sudden action leaves an onlooker in shock as the monster is unexpectedly defeated. Suddenly, time stops. He receives a notification. He's completed the secret quest, Courage of the Weak, and is now qualified to become a player. With the monsters moving again and the battle ongoing, he accepts the offer with determination, ready to face whatever comes next. After completing the secret quest, Courage of the Weak, Sung Suho receives a system alert congratulating him on becoming a player. As his reward, he is granted the blessing of the great spellcaster Kandiaru, a strong body, a healthy life, and the permanent effect, longevity, which makes him immune to all diseases, poisons, and status effects, and gives him explosive regenerative abilities while sleeping. The system warns him that this is no longer a dream, he only has one life, so he must be cautious. Sung Suho marvels at his new status window, where his stats and skills are displayed in a game-like interface. Suddenly, a new quest appears. Defeat Mistborn and level up. Time resumes, and monsters move again. Some are labeled Unawakened Mistborn, while one is a dangerous, D-rank Awakened Mistborn. People around him panic and try to escape. The Sung Suho assesses the situation. He faces two unawakened individuals and a hunter transformed into a monster. The danger is urgent. Sensing a surge of power, he wonders what would happen if he truly awakened his abilities. Determination burns in his glowing eyes as he prepares to unleash his strength. He launches a fierce attack, striking his opponent with overwhelming force, and apologizes as he delivers a decisive blow, marking a turning point as he embraces his awakening. With a single punch, he defeats the unawakened Mistborn, shocking an onlooker. Alerts appear. He has leveled up, completed the tutorial quest, and gained 2 levels. The system prompts him to confirm his rewards, marking a major step forward in his journey as a player. Please like and subscribe for more. The Suho launches a powerful attack against the D-rank Awakened Mistborn, but to his shock, the monster withstands the blow. Before he can react, the Mistborn counters with a devastating strike, sending him flying and leaving him badly injured. As he crashes to the ground, he cries out in pain, realizing just how formidable this opponent truly is. He is left with a bleeding wound on his chest, and in a panic, realizes that if he gets wounded, he risks turning into a monster himself. A terrifying fate, especially since he has only just awakened his powers. System alerts detect a harmful status effect from the injury. But thanks to the permanent longevity effect, all status effects are instantly neutralized. Brutally slammed into the ground, he reflects on his weakness, realizing that if he is overpowered by a D-rank awakened, he must only be E-rank, which frustrates him. Lying on the ground, he watches as energy crackles around his adversary. At this low point, a system prompt appears, offering him quest rewards, 5 ability points and 3 strength stat points. Empowered, he invests all his stat points into strength, boosting his stat from 14 to 19. He launches a fierce counterattack, grabbing the monster's arm and slamming it into the ground with overwhelming force. The enemy recovers quickly, but undeterred, Suho charges forward, unleashing a powerful, electrified punch directly at the monster. Even with his increased strength, he is surprised to find he still can't defeat the enemy. He reflects on how unusual it is for an awakened individual to be able to level up, highlighting the uniqueness of his abilities in this world. The battle rages on. Will his determination and new power be enough? Suho's fist crackles with energy as he strikes his monstrous opponent with all his might. He reflects on the harsh reality. Awakener's ranks are fixed, but Suho is determined to break free. Smashing through debris, eyes glowing with fury, he lands a devastating punch, shattering the environment and sending shockwaves rippling out. After a fierce battle, Suho stands victorious but exhausted, bloodied fist raised high. Alerts flash before him. He's defeated the D-rank Awakened Mistborn and leveled up multiple times. Overwhelmed, he declares, "I won," and embraces his new power as an awakened being. Looking down at his hand, Suho feels a surge of responsibility. "I have to save them," he vows. "I have to end this disaster." With newfound resolve, he charges forward, the ground cracking beneath his feet, energy swirling around him as he speeds ahead. But the danger isn't over. From behind a shattered window, Suho urgently scans the chaos outside. Suddenly, a shadow looms. A powerful figure leaps toward the building. It's a C-rank Awakened Mistborn, radiating dark energy. With a thunderous crash, the enemy lands, debris flying, shockwaves shaking the ground. The battle is far from over, and Suho must prepare for his greatest challenge yet. No matter what comes next, Suho thinks, clenching his fist, "I won't back down."